So, maligayang araw everyone. My name is Ian Curtinog from 3rd year Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Science. So, our topic for today is conditions for effective LSA implementation. So, what is LSA? So, Learning System Assessment aims to improve student performance through clear goals, accountability, and effective evaluation. However, its success depends on several important conditions to ensure fair and efficient implementation. So, learning systems assessment aims to improve student performance by promoting clear learning goals, accountability, and continuous evaluation. However, for it to be effective, a specific condition must be met to ensure that it leads to fair, inclusive, and sustainable improvements in education. So, first, broad agreement on school outcomes. School should agree on what learning outcomes are essential for all students. So, school teachers and stakeholders must share a common understanding of what learning outcomes are essential for all students. This ensures that every student, regardless of background, receive the same opportunities to achieve core competencies. So, for example, agreeing that all students must develop literacy, numeracy, problem solving, and critical thinking. The next one, we have a clear curriculum and instructional materials. Learning outcomes should be clearly included in the curriculum and supported with appropriate instructional materials. So, the desired outcomes must be clearly reflected in the curriculum and supported by appropriate teaching resources. This ensures that classroom instruction matches the intended learning goals. For example, developing modules and textbooks that are aligned with national standards, or providing teachers with guides and visual aids that support lessons delivery. The next one is accountability of stakeholders. Hold student, parents, and teachers accountable for learning outcomes. Student, parents, and teachers should share a responsibility for improving learning outcomes. Accountability creates a culture, partnership, and commitment to student success. For example, students setting personal learning goals and tracking their progress. Teachers submitting regular performance or reports or class summaries. Parents attending progress meeting and supporting learning at home. And the next one is regular assessment of student progress. Assess student performance in important areas throughout their school years. So, we should be conducted regularly to track growth, identity learning gaps, and adjust teaching strategies as needed. So, for example, administering a quarterly exam for formative quizzes, using student portfolios or project-based assessment, conducting diagnostic tests at the start of each term. The next one is teacher preparation and support. Prepare and motivate teachers to use effective teaching strategies. So, teachers should receive proper training and motivation to implement effective teaching methods that enhance learning outcomes. For example, holding in-service training, seminars, and peer mentoring programs, providing teachers with modern teaching tools like digital learning platforms, offering performance incentives or recognition for innovative practices. And then next one, encourage mixed ability grouping. Consider socioeconomic, gender, and ethnicity background when interpreting results. So, students should be grouped in ways that promote collaboration among learners with different abilities and backgrounds. This prevents social or academic segregation and encourage inclusivity. For example, assign mixed ability group activities where stronger students help peers. Avoid tracking system that separates students based on test result. Promoting peer tutoring or cooperative learning per session. The next one, assess schools based on growth. Evaluate schools by measuring learning growth, not just final scores. So, schools should be evaluated by how much students improve over time, not only by the final test scores. This approach focuses on progress rather than competition. Example, comparing student pre-test and post-test results. Recognizing schools that show the greatest improvement in reading or math proficiency. Measuring learning growth trends over several school years. And we have the next one. Address socioeconomic and cultural factors. Consider socioeconomic, gender, and ethnicity background when interpreting result. So when interpreting risk assessment data, school must consider factors like economic status, gender, and ethnicity. This ensures that evaluations are fair and context sensitive. So for example, providing additional support to students from low-income families, translating assessment into local language for better understanding, using inclusive classroom practices that respect cultural diversity. The next one is teacher and administrator preparedness. Ensure all educators are trained and ready for their responsibilities. So both teachers and administrators must be knowledgeable and ready to fulfill their roles effectively. Strong leadership and clear understanding of responsibilities are key to LSA success. For example, conducting school leadership workshop for principal and supervisor, setting up mentoring programs between experienced and new teachers, ensuring administrators monitor curriculum implementation regularly. Next one is responsible use of result. Avoid misuse of assessment data by the media or institutions. So, assessment results should be used for improvement, not for ranking or public shaming. Result must guide schools in identifying strength and addressing weaknesses. So, for example, using data to design remedial programs for struggling students, avoiding publishing school rankings that demoralize students and teachers, sharing results internally to improve teaching method. And then the last one, time for data interpretation. Provide teachers time to analyze and reflect on assessment data to improve instruction. So teachers must be given enough time to analyze, interpret, and apply assessment results to instruction. Reflection and collaboration improve the quality of teaching and learning outcomes. So example, holding monthly teacher meeting to discuss student progress reports. Creating data days for teachers to adjust lesson plan based on results. Using results to plan intervention for learners who need extra help. So that's all. So for conclusion or summary, effective LSA implementation requires clear goals and materials, accountability of all stakeholders, fair and inclusive assessments, teacher readiness, and reflection. And that's all. Thank you.